Is it recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, we gotta start that again. That was weak.
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
It looked crazy from back here.
So honestly, this is just a random episode. No, I'm joking.
We don't know what we're about to talk about.
We don't even know what we're about to talk about. We're just gonna talk about something because why not just chat? Because sometimes you just be wanting to chat, right?
And
like,
we ain't see each other in years.
It's been like at least 5 years, right?
I don't know. I feel like the last time I saw you, you was like, yeah, this is my last day on campus.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
dropped out.
Oh God. She took a long leave, y'all.
A really long leave. I didn't come back at all.
Shh, bitch, they don't know.
I told them I dropped out of college.
Oh yeah.
On the first episode, I told them. But this is episode 14. Episode 14 of Uncomfortable. I think last episode there was 13, right? Yeah, I might have to think so about that.
Girl, I don't know. I'm backed up.
Okay. I'm backed up. Okay, I think it's episode 14. Episode 14. And today, me and Jamie are just gonna have a conversation. We've been talking a lot about boundaries.
We have
been talking a lot about boundaries and just like dating and having boundaries, or just family and boundaries. So maybe we could like dive into that.
We about to get
Deep. Okay. I think with boundaries, like I had to like look up the definition of it because at first like I didn't even understand what having a boundary was. And I remember I went on Instagram and I asked people like, what are boundaries you have and how do you like basically assert them with people? And my sister says something like, oh, first, you look at the boundaries you have with yourself and then you kind of like translate that into your relationships. And then that's how you create your boundaries in your relationships. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't even know what boundaries I have with myself. Like, I don't even know like what I guess I go by.
Right. I mean, my take with that, like when I started getting into boundaries, which was recently this year, it was like, I was like, oh, yo, I just feel exhausted. It all started with me just feeling tired. Like, I'm feeling emotionally drained, mentally, physically. I'm like, and I'm just like, okay, it gotta be, I'm weighing myself way too thin.
Okay.
I'm trying to help everybody, but I'm not pouring into myself. So I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that. Something gotta give. And I think looking at it from that perspective is how I was just like, all right, you need to definitely open your mouth and be like, listen, I can't do that. I can't help you with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it all starts with at first learning, I guess, how to say no. Because if you're the type of person that like to help, you saying yes to everything.
Like a people pleaser, yeah.
Right. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's only 24 hours in a day.
Right.
I literally can't get like all this done. I can't help you the way I want to help you because I don't even know how to help myself.
Right.
So definitely, like what your sister said, it does start with like, okay, getting to know yourself more.
Right.
And
so you can know what you want to do, what you want to accept, what you...
Yeah, like what you think you deserve. Like, listen, you only call me when you need help. That ain't gonna work this year.
Right.
Nope. I don't hear from you for months. And I know and I understand that everybody are adults. And
right. Everybody's busy and everybody
Yeah, like I get that because this time you're busy, you're tired, you don't feel like talking to your friends. I love y'all, but I'm tired.
Right.
I want to sleep.
Or I'm just busy or I'm doing something for myself for me. Yeah, type of vibe, yeah.
So then where was I going with this? Yeah, so when you when you learn that about yourself and then you learn, okay, like, listen, like, I see what you're doing and you might not notice it, but listen, if you don't want to talk, I'm not saying talk every day, but I notice that you're only ever reaching out to me because you're having problems.
Right.
You're not asking me about my problems.
Yeah.
So now I got to cut the friendship. I got to set up this boundary, like, listen, if you're not going to pour into me, and you're only coming to me about this one thing, then don't talk to me. Like,
yeah, I felt that.
Yeah.
I started doing this thing where I don't know, one day I was venting to my friend and I asked her, she was about to say something to me and she was like, do you mind? And I was like, yeah, I have the mental space for it. And when I said that, she was like, wow, like I should start asking people that. And I was like, yeah, sometimes I ask people that. Like I don't always remember to do it, but it's something I want to, because I realize sometimes people don't have the mental space to take on your problems and their problems. Like it's not they don't care, that they don't want to listen. It's just like, I'm going through a lot of shit in here. I can't really like hear what you have to say and then help you, because I need to help myself type of vibe. Like, right. And I realized that like it's sometimes just not even like, oh, we don't care. It's just like, bro, like I can't help you right now. like
right now I'm trying to help me. Yeah. And I'm drowning. So if you add your stuff, I'm going to literally sink to the bottom.
Yeah, and people don't realize that. Like, and that's something that like I've been trying to like get in the groove of doing. Like before I like vent to somebody about some shit I'm going through, like I try to remember in the back of my head, like ask them, do they have the mental space? Because you don't even know 9 times out of 10 what somebody's going through unless they tell you. Even if they do tell you, you still don't know how they're battling it and like what is like underlying. Mm-hmm. So it's like you never know. Telling them something might take them to a deeper level, like you said, even take them lower than they already are. So that's something I've been like thinking about. So
that's a good thing. That's a good way to think about it. I never even thought about that. That's what I'm like, learn something new every day.
Yeah, because it's just like you just never know. You never know. Like I saw some post today that like just spoke to me, and it was like sometimes people don't realize how the shit that they say to people could be just stay in your mind. And it's true. Like sometimes people say things to you, and even if it's a joke, even if it's just like a haha moment or just like some random shit, like sometimes it stays with you and you think about that shit over and over and over and over again. Like, you know, like it eats at you, like to vibe. You just be like, damn.
Why she said that today though?
Yeah,
like she couldn't wait till tomorrow.
Out of all days, why did she choose today? Like, and it's just like, I don't know. I wrote that on my last post when I did my mental health episode. I wrote like sometimes you just have to try to remember that like everybody goes through things, so just be careful what you say. Like I feel like just try to be kind, like as kind as you can, because like you never know what your words might mean to somebody, how they might impact them. Yes. And our words are so much more powerful than we think. It's not always what you say but how you say it. There's so many better ways to say something, and sometimes we just be choosing the wrong way just because we letting our emotions take over us. Like
right, like your parents ever just tell you that growing up, like over and over and over again, and then you finally become an adult and it makes sense. You're like, because I used to look at my mother like, what are you talking about?
Right,
like you just think
as a kid, you're just like, what the hell? Like
I was like, Ma, I said what I said.
Right. Yeah, and I realized like sometimes when you said what you said, that person took what you said and really stuck with it. Like, really like, you know, it really hurt them. And sometimes I feel like, especially friends, even family, like some people will not just like tell you like, oh, you hurt my feelings. Like, unless kids will be honest, like that hurt my feelings. Like, I don't like that. Like, why you did that? But adults sometimes will just hold it in and be like, damn, like she really hurt my feelings, and not say nothing, not address the situation, which I think personally makes it worse, ends up making it worse.
Right, because you think about that and then you relate that to that person, and then it's like, damn, that person maybe could have never even thought about it, and then now you sitting here,
now you
sitting here just feeling ways towards them. And as much as you let me trust me when I say, as much as you try to be like, nah, like that's, you know, that shit not bothering me. Blah, blah,
it bothers you.
You see them and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I think that's something that which ties kind of into your boundaries, like not really like being honest with your friends or your family and telling them like, look, like what you did, I didn't fuck with. Like sometimes you just be like, oh, like I don't even want to deal with it. Like you rather say it doesn't bother you, don't care, so that you cannot address it, than rather just addressing it and getting it over with. Like,
yeah, but you know, sometimes in families it's hard to be like, oh, you hurt my feelings, because some people come from families where emotions and all that is just not it.
Yeah,
like
they don't have
like,
emotional parents. Yeah,
they're like, okay, like I said what I said. I mean, now you feel away. Okay, and then it's like, okay, now you're trying to express yourself, and they don't know how to take that.
Yeah,
and like they don't know how to communicate.
Yeah, for sure.
The feelings, or know how to make you feel better.
Yeah,
they're just like, and I'm like,
yeah. I could say like definitely growing up, like my mom is not a very emotional person.
Oh, say that. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, when you come from parents that are not as emotional, even my stepdad, like he's not as emotional. He's very like tough, very like, you know, and I feel like, you know, when you come,
he's what?
He's really like,
what the hell is
like,
that?
you know, he's a big guy. He's like, you know, he's really like gangster, like type of vibe. Like that's just how I describe him.
Nah, do the pop smoke girl.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Me either.
But him growing up with him and my mom, like it was never really like a cry and like get a hug and like let's talk about it. It was just like, why are you crying? Like, you know, like.
That's how my mom hug. Come, she be like this. Tell me if you feel loved.
Really?
Bro, that lady, I be looking at her like, cause my mom was shorter than me, so when I hug her, I put her little head on my chest a little bit, like, yes, ma.
Like you son her?
Yeah. But like she give you that little tap tap.
Yeah, tap tap.
I'm like, ma, I'm not
Who's
like
your friend?
Like, what the hell is that?
Am I your coworker?
You embraced me like you gave me life. But
yeah, there's no hugs with my mom. That's my mom don't do hugs. She told us past 10 don't hug her. So that was it. Like after that, like literally, if I hug my mom, she'd be like, stop it. Like
right,
she'd be like, get off me.
Yeah, I gotta force her into a hug. You ever had to force your parents into a hug?
I always have to force my mom into a hug, like always.
But are you a hugger?
I love to hug.
That's crazy. I like to hug too.
It's crazy because it's like you would not think that from coming from parents who are not that emotional. Yes. I think that's so crazy because I can say that I am an emotional person. I'm a very emotional person, and it's funny because you know my parents are not that emotional. It doesn't make any sense. So I wonder, like, but I think that has nothing to do with my parents. Like,
I don't know. Like, I'm emotional, but I try not to be.
Yeah, everybody tries not to be.
Like, I try not to be, but sometimes I be like, damn, that really hurt my feelings.
Right? Like,
and you didn't have to treat me that way.
You didn't have to treat me that way. That's so right. Yeah. And you just be thinking to yourself, like, what did I do? Like,
I didn't do anything. Yo, I'm like, I say this to my boyfriend all the time. I am a delicate flower. Treat me as such.
Okay.
So now, like, everyone in his house knows that I'm a delicate flower. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows I'm a delicate flower. Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I feel like I can admit that I have a slick mouth.
Okay.
And so I can say things to I could say certain things to people, but then when they say it back, I'm like,
oh, you're like that. I feel like I'm kind of like that maybe a little too.
Yeah.
But I think that I know that like I can be slick, but I'm not always slick. Like, right. You know what I mean? Like I can be petty, I can be slick, and if I want to, like, I know I could be mean, but those are not emotions like that I choose to like I'm not gonna go into it like that. Those only come out of me if it's brought out. You know, type of vibe. Like,
you know what it is? I think because of, I'm not blaming mommy, but I am. But I feel like with me, I'm quick to anger than I am to get sad. And I think that's just, now I'm thinking about it because we smacked a little bit.
Yeah.
It could be definitely like, how I put this? I'd rather be angry than sad.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
so
because
crazy.
because I don't want to feel that emotion. So I'd rather just get mad about it. Yeah, and then. That's
really just interesting. I think that maybe that's something like most humans do. Like, instead of trying to feel that sadness, you rather get angry about it.
Yeah.
You rather be angry than sad, because sad is an emotion that you feel like sometimes you can't come out of. You know, like if you angry, like, all right, I'll be angry for like 5 seconds or a day or two, and then like I'm over it. Like, sadness is a little bit different. I feel like it creeps up on you and stays with you, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to think about that. If you're sad, you just like wallow in it type of vibe. Well, some people do. I feel like that's something I do. Sometimes I have to get myself out of a mood, but like I feel like sometimes I will try not to resort to anger, because I feel like when I am angry, I don't like the person I am. Like, I feel like I can be a different person when I'm angry, which is why I choose not to let certain things get to me, because I'm like, if I get angry, like, I might not be able to, like, I don't know, like the situation might go crazy, like, because I don't get angry a lot, so it's just like when I get angry I get mad, like, I'm pissed, like.
She said, I see red.
Like,
I'm
stay
a bull.
away. Like, yeah, like, stay away type vibe. Like, I feel like, you know those people that be like, oh, when I'm angry, I say shit and I do shit that I shouldn't say and do. Some people are like that. Like, they get angry and they just say things they don't mean and do things they don't mean. And then it's like, once you ain't not angry anymore, you're like, fuck, why did I do that? Why did I say that? You let your that anger get over you.
Right. Like, definitely. But I feel like I don't know. I haven't been so angry to a point where I said that I felt like I said something that I didn't mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I try to be aware.
Yeah.
Now. Like now. I said now that I'm older, I'm more aware of what I'm gonna say before I say it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to say something that I know I cannot apologize for.
And you can't take back, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I try. Yeah. I be trying to bite my tongue. Because I know my mouth is slick, and then sometimes I'm not thinking, and it could just come out. So I try to be aware of what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it. Because sometimes I try not to get to the level of anger where I cannot come back from it, and I know I can't. Because there's some people that cannot come back from.
Like my stepdad, when he gets angry, he used to like black out, like shit type of vibe. Like, and I remember, like some people would get like that. They get so mad, like consumed with anger, that they just be like. That's it. Like you said, they see red. Like, you know, and it's crazy.
Yo, how do we get to this?
I don't know. We just kind of flowed here. This is why I like just chatting sometimes, because you just kind of flow in the conversation about things that's going on. But I feel like that's something that has been going on a lot with me. Like I just been like, I had to do a meditation the other day, like to let go of negative emotions, because I just felt like sometimes we harbor negative emotions and we just let them like just take over, and you could just really sit there and just like personally, the type of person I am, I'm an overthinker, like, which I think literally is like the worst. Like I think overthinking, like, ooh, like you just catch yourself in a storyline and you spiraling down and down. The scenarios that I create in my head, I don't even understand myself. Like I'll be like, what the fuck? How did you think of that? You ever think of some shit? You just be like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, why would you think some shit like that? You ever tell yourself, why would you think that? Like, why that's not gonna happen? Like, why would you?
No, it's when you think it and you say it out loud.
Oh,
and
no.
Other people hear what you said. It's like, damn.
I'd be like, wow.
They think I'm crazy now.
I just feel like things really get to me sometimes, and I have to tell myself, let go of anger, let go of hate, let go of jealousy, let go of negativity, let go of things like that, because you don't want that to consume you. Obviously, it's not like it left me in like minutes. Like it's gonna take some time to continue to do that meditation, but I felt like I had to do it because I just feel like there's so much like anger and hate and jealousy and negative stuff going around, and I'm just like, I don't want that to be something that drives me. I don't want that to be something that's around me. I don't want to consume myself with that, and I don't want to be around things or people that make me feel that way.
Exactly. And with all that, you feel heavy. Your spirit feels very heavy when you have all that inside of you. Like I'm like, I be seeing some people, I'm just like, I don't know how y'all do it, because holding onto all of that, just every aging y'all. Some of y'all be looking a little old.
Yeah.
Let it go. Like in Frozen.
No, my God. Just let it go. No, seriously, because it's like I don't know, like certain things just like get me to a tipping point. I was telling my friend the other day how parents, remember we were talking about parents, how parents know your sweet spot. Parents know how to get you upset. They know exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it. You know what I'm saying? To get you upset. And it's just like, but why would you do that? And I remember I had just gotten to a debate with my mother. And I remember when parents just start talking about you but out loud while you're still there so you could hear it. Like parents just do shit like that. Like I don't know what that's about. So my mom was doing that, and I just had to leave. Like I left my house. I rolled the blunt, which I feel like is really bad. Like you can't be resorting to smoking when you're angry. But I rolled the blunt. I left outside. I went outside. I'm walking. I'm like, I'm fucking. Like I had to go. And I remember saying to myself, I'm glad I got up and left because I needed to leave. And knowing that let me know that I do have boundaries. Like I know that when I'm angry in a situation, the best thing for Mia is to leave. Right. Mia doesn't need to stay in that situation. That's gonna make her more angry because Mia doesn't do well with that. Like I'm just like, now I know. Yeah.
And it's like this always happens to be when you just chilling in the house and minding your business.
That's when parents love to bother you.
It's like she'll just start saying things like, And
Right.
when they start talking themselves into circles, that's when you gotta be like, yeah, I'm hopping off this ride
Yeah.
with you, crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm gonna go. And if you're still upset about this is a you problem. Cause I can only give you but so much.
I think that parents don't realize this, and I feel like a lot of parents, especially with our generation, like they're just stuck in their ways and they be saying things that they don't mean themselves. And I feel like sometimes it's like you be just thinking like, why would you say that, Ma? Like why would that be something that you said? Like, you know, and I told my mom, I said, when are we gonna have a conversation where you realize that I'm an adult? And I'm not being disrespectful. I just don't agree with you. Like, right. And I don't have to agree with you just because you're my mother. Like, I don't have to be like, yeah, Ma, you're right. I'm not a kid anymore. Like, I don't have to believe everything you say. And like, I don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, because when you was a kid, like, you had no other choice to be like, Mommy telling the truth. But once you found out Mommy was lying, you was like, damn, Ma, like, you know, like, and you just like, okay, like, challenging certain things. And you're like when I get as an older, like I'm an adult now, like I can't talk to you. We can't have a conversation and I not agree with you and be like, now you're like, oh, let me put my mom hat out.
Hitting on my triggers today. Mia
it's
just like
crazy. Like
because
it's something that like, and I feel like that's something that we don't speak about. Also having boundaries with your parents. Like,
oh yes,
you need to have boundaries with your parents.
The older you get, the more you gotta remind them, hey, you had me in the 90s. If my mathematics is correct, I'm over the age of 18 now. Yeah. So, like, I'm going to always give you the respect, of course, because you're my mother. Yeah. But I'm not going to, you heard my conversation on the way over here. Yeah, like. Okay, like, I'm not going to, we're not going to agree on everything. Just like, I know, like, with my mom and her parents is different. Like, you know, I'm back at home and I'm living with my mom and my grandparents. Okay. And you can literally see, like, the way they think, their ideals, morals, and all that, they're all the same. Oh, yeah. And I'm just like, damn, sickos, crazies. And then me and my sister is, like, looking like, what the hell? Yeah. Y'all don't see how y'all not
there with it? Like,
yeah, like, y'all gotta change with the times and y'all not doing that. Yeah. That's like y'all picking and choosing on what y'all want to move and how y'all want, like, what topics y'all. Right. But y'all not willing to do the whole 360. The whole full circle. Y'all just, yeah, I'm gonna stick to my old side on this, but I still kind of, you know, I still get this. Right. And I do agree with it. Like, you can't be picking and choosing. Yeah. You gotta, if you're gonna evolve as an adult and move with the times, especially if you have adult children and young adult, you gotta move with them too, so you can understand and connect with them. If you don't, y'all gonna have problems. Y'all gonna have tension, and then y'all gonna just try. I don't know what's going on. You do know what's going on,
and it'd be a lot of tension too. I feel like that's something that we are all seeing as, like, in this generation. Not all of us, some of us, because some parents are different. But I feel like, you know, you have a lot of parents stuck in their ways and not willing to change and not willing to see that you don't have to be on that path and you don't have to do what they did to be successful or in order to do anything in this world. And I think that a lot of our parents are just scared because they didn't take that risk and they couldn't take that risk at that time. But and we can. And that's okay. Like, you know, but it's just like to go against it, to fight it so hard the way they be going. It's just like, it's not that necessary. And like you said, I'm an adult. So let me make my decisions for my life. And just like you made your decisions for your life. And whatever way my life turns out will just definitely be on me. Like, it's nothing you're going to, it's like, you know, you're not going to be affected by it because it's not happening to you.
Exactly. Because I'm like, you did your part.
Right. Like, you know.
You done put us through school. You provided a roof. You gave us clothes. Y'all taught us common sense. Y'all taught us how to cook, clean. The basics. Now, let us make our own mistakes. Let us do our own journey. That's how I really had to have that conversation with my mom about religion. I'm like, yo, Mom, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I get it. I do. But let me connect with God in my own way, just like you had to connect with God in your own way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had no choice but to go to church when they went to church. And we had to go the amount of times we were going because we were kids. Right. But now we're adults. So now we have to experience
things for ourselves.
Because you can't force something on somebody and then they might connect to a whole different religion. Right. I have multiple friends that have been like, yeah, like, I'm not connecting with Christianity, but I'm Islam is more my way. Like
Yeah.
I'm more on this side, or
Yeah.
I'm more of I'm spiritual
Yeah.
than I am
Right.
like.
And I feel like it all just boils down to that respect line. Like, I respect you for the religion you have, you respect me for the religion I have, and then we're good. Like we're not trying to force nobody to do this, and I'm not trying to force somebody to do that. Like, type of vibe. And I feel like that's something I've been talking to my friend about that, because, like, I've been trying to find ways to, like, figure out exactly what role I feel like God plays in my life, and, like, how to, like, connect with this God or goddess or this higher power, and, like, what that looks like for me. Like, not comparing it to anybody else. And I just wanted to see people's views and people's, like, ideas as far as, like, who God is to them. Right. And that was just something to me that I was just like, like, some people follow religion, and that's not something that I'm heavily in. So how do I connect to this person, Right. So I think that that's interesting, because it's like, that's also, like, kind of a boundary. Like, Mom, like, you have your religion and I have mine. Like you do what you do and I'm gonna do what I do, and, like, you just
hopefully we see each other on the same end.
Yeah, like, you don't have to agree with me, and just like I don't have to agree with you, but I respect you for believing in what you believe in, and I would hope that you respect me. Just like when you said, like, I'm gonna respect you because you're my mom. I agree, but I also feel like there has to be that other side of you respecting me too. It can't be me just respecting you because you're my mom. You should respect me as well as your child and as an adult, because I'm not a kid anymore. Right. And I feel like, yes, just because I don't pay rent yet doesn't mean I'm not grown. Like, I still have to make decisions for my life that's going to reflect in years to come. Like, you feel me? Like, at the end of the day, you've lived your life. You're still living it, but you've made those decisions already. Like, let me make them, because I'm still in this period where I'm growing. Like, you already passed that stage. So, like, let me go at my own pace and figure it out for myself, like, type of vibe.
Yeah, you got to just trust that you raise your kids right. And
hopefully, yeah.
Exactly. And that y'all have that relationship of, if I needed help, I would just come.
I would just
ask. So,
yeah. Parents. But, I don't know. We talked about mad shit today, and one of the clips got deleted. So that does suck. I'm sorry about that, guys. It was really juicy, too. We talked about sex. We talked about threesomes. Yes. We talked about
quips and shit.
Yes.
Nah, there was no clips.
No whips. No whips. I'm into BDSM, though, like on some 50 Shades of Grey shit. But I feel like
I never seen that movie.
You don't even watch the movie. Read the book. Read the fucking book. If you read the book, you will fall in love more with the characters and the storyline in the movie. The movie, first of all, the Christian Grey that they chose, don't do it for me. He's not the Christian Grey I thought in my eyes. But the book is really good. Also read the Zane book. Oh my God, I can put you on to some books. Okay, I can put you on to some books. Forever by Judy Blume. I love that book.
Ooh.
Yes.
You can send me a book list later.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later. But anyway,
send me that. Ooh.
Finishes the wine. Thank you guys for tuning into episode 14, right? We decided this is episode 14. It's episode 14.
But if it's 15.
Shit, like, I'm about to drop my lights and shit. Oh my God. Episode 14. Thank you to my guest, Jamie, for coming all the way from Virginia.
Yes, I did.
She lives in Virginia, y'all. And she came all the way over here.
I live in the boondocks.
She wanted to be on the show. And I said, Jamie, we want you on the show. Okay. We want you uncomfortable. So she came all the way from Virginia. Thank you to my guest, Jamie, for coming. You didn't even introduce yourself.
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't.
We just started talking. Okay, Jamie, introduce yourself. Let them know. It's usually how I tell my guests introduce themselves.
I know. I watch all
the Okay. Fine. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I'm Jamie, guys. Jamie B. Please do not look for me on Instagram. I do not want y'all to follow me.
I'm gonna put her Instagram on the thing.
Not follow me, because I don't be doing nothing.
Okay.
But yes, I'm Jamie. What else do I want to tell them?
What's your occupation? Where you from? What you do? What's your vibe? Like, anything.
I don't know. I don't do much. Like,
okay.
I mean,
it's okay.
Like, I don't do much, man. But I do got my BSW. So
BSW. What's BSW?
Bachelor's of Social Work.
Oh.
Got letters behind my name, y'all.
She got letters behind her name. Bachelor's in Social Work. What you doing with that?
Nothing.
Okay.
College is a joke.
It is.
So,
we all know college is a joke. Like,
but that's where I met Mia. So
leaving college, leaving gang. It's fact. And then I dropped out. So we had classes together like freshman year.
Yes.
That was fun, right? We had music.
Music, bitch?
No, remember the LEH class with that bitch teacher? I did not like her. Remember LEH?
Oh, L-E-H. I thought you said music. No. I'm like, girl, music.
I feel like I took a music class, but that was with Sarah.
Nah, that was only with Sarah.
Yeah, I took.
I never took a music class. I avoided that
music class was the best. I fucked with my professor. He used to wear like red Pumas in his suit. It was fire. Like I thought he was really cool. At least I thought so.
I remember teaching out Catherine.
Yes,
not to name drop.
Oh my god!
But we was lit.
She was really a bitch.
Our little circle was lit.
In the classroom, right?
Yes.
Me, you, Victor. Who else? It was me, you, Victor. Clay, Justine. Brianna.
Sarah.
Eunice. Sarah.
Leah.
Yes, Leah. There was another girl. I don't remember her name. She had glasses.
I was the one with the glasses.
No, but there was another girl. She was Spanish.
Girl, college player.
Right. Anyway, we're into episode 14. We about to wrap this shit up. We about to roll up.
They're making tacos.
We making shrimp tacos. Me and Zania making shrimp tacos. Because I have a thing for tacos. If you guys want to ever buy me lunch, hashtag me and Farlow for tacos because I love tacos. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Nice seeing you guys. Thank you again for tuning in to episode